Whoa, no way. No. Wow, okay. That would have been fucked. Anyway, we're scapping now. First things first. These cells are really kind of creepy, you know? Hey, it says something there. John? Think that's Estelle's name? Maybe. This thing is creepy. I wonder why it's on the bed. So you can fuck it. Hey, I wonder what this thing is. It says the kilograms on the display. Think that maybe it's a scale? Huh? There's some sort of lid on this thing. Why don't you try opening it? Can't. There's no handle. Can't get under the nails either. Scan looks an operating table. Looks like a lid on the front of it. What about creepy medical mannequin design on the bed? Apparently his name is John. Operating table. You think the old operating tables looked like this? I have no idea. Sweet. A white cloth. Yep. That's all we're gonna talk about. Gonna need that. Cocher forceps. Are these scissors? Cocker, I don't know. These look kind of funny. Now that's probably a pair of Cocher forceps. Surgeons use them during operations. They can hold the blood vessel shut, keep tissue out of the way. We can use it to pull stuff out of small holes or something like that. I get exactly what you're saying. We're gonna sex it. Bunch of surgical tools. How about this one? Nope. Oh no, another medical mannequin? From the looks of it, this one's a chick. Oh! She has a name too. Lucy. Poor thing. She looks like Miss Lucy only has a head and a left arm. Maybe we're supposed to gather all our parts? Some kind of device attached to the bed. It says kilograms on the panel. Is this a scale? I guess what the actual kilograms are does not matter. What's this thing? It's got these short iron legs. Maybe it's a heater? There's nothing inside it. Could be used to sterilize equipment. Maybe you're supposed to heat something like that gauze to kill the bacteria? There's a boiling thingy over there. There's nothing on the lid or in the drawers. Fake chest. Ew, that's gross. It's a chest. It's a woman's chest. The heart's gone, but it's pretty. What the fuck? If that kind of thing turns you on 7, you're a real creepo. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to add a heart into there too. A heart on, I get it. There's lots of different kinds of medication. It's hard to tell them apart. Well, the drawer is empty. Yeah, nothing there. Sweet. Boop. It's locked. We can probably find the key if we just look some more. Let's look somewhere else. Junpei, where are you going? That's the door we came through. Yeah, it's really hard to tell, okay? I'm pretty sure I don't need to tell you that the numbered door is a one-way deal, so you're saying... Telling me there's a chance. And they're nodding, awesome. Looks like it's locked. Guess we're gonna need a key for this one. Wait. No, never mind. What's this? Scalpel. Scalpel that's not rusty. Seems like it was put here for a reason, huh? Think it's telling us to cut something? Yeah, I do. Maybe a rug of some kind? None of this other stuff looks useful. Yeah, it's all pretty rusty. Medical mannequin with its guts showing. Ew! Gross. Hey, Junpei. There's a slit in this thing's chest. Yeah, sure is. There's something in there. Maybe we can get it out. Damn it! Stinking thing won't budge. It's stuck. I guess can't use force on this one then. I need something small that can fit into that little hole. Maybe we could just use Seven's dick. Fake organ. So we took the organ thingy out of the chest thingy. It's a lung, not an organ thingy. Huh? This part here on the back? It's all rubbery. You're right. So it's a fake organ. Of course it'd be. Wait, what's Seven grabbing it for? Hey, it feels like there's something in here. Think we can cut through the rubber part? Guess we're gonna find out. Let's try cutting this organ with a scalpel. Sweet. Chest of the medical mannequin. one of those organs is missing. Organ is? Orgon? I like you. You're my friend. Really, Clover? I expected more from you. I like you could do better. Table the mannequin sitting on. And we are back. Awesome, it unlocked. Blue liquid. Looks like there's something inside that bottle. Why don't you try pouring some out into the cap? Can't see any reason why not. What's that? It's bright blue. You think it's alien blood? Where the hell did that come from? And what do you think it is, Seven? I don't know, some sort of special bath soap? What a boring guess. Could also be, you know, paints. There's a note on top of the table. Iron 1, salt 2, water 3. Carbon dioxide? Ammonia? Ethanol? What do you think this is a hint for? Maybe it's got something to do with this box? Looks like there's something inside that bottle. Why don't you try pouring some out into the cap? Can't see any reason why not. What's that? It's bright red. You think it's blood? Nah, blood's thicker than that. And what is it? Beats me. Iron. What's this? Looks like the can with spray nozzle. It says CO2. So it's a can filled with carbon dioxide. Okay. Hey, Junpei, there's that hydrogen monoxide on the shelf. That's water. Why don't you just say water? Something stinks. It's coming from this bottle. It says NH3. Ammonia. Well, that, of course, stinks. It's ammonia. Ew, good stuff. Let's go for a drink. What are you talking about? Ethanol. Talking about that bottle. It says C2H5OH, right? It's ethanol. That's right. It's also known as ethyl alcohol. It's pretty much what booze is made of. So, you gonna drink it? Not really made for drinking, dude. Nah, I won't. Might say that that's what it is on the label, but there could be anything in there. Junpei, there's a bottle of iron powder on the shelf. Sweet. How do you know it's iron? The label says Fe. Fe stands for iron, right? Sure does. Hey Junpei, you think there are any slugs on this ship? Huh? Well, if there are, I was thinking we could put salt on them. What you pointing at? The label states NaCl. Salt, huh? Do you think Seven will shovel off if we put it on him? Hey, say something. So how am I supposed to get the numbers? Okay. Is it a number of atoms? No, ass. There, thank you. Iron 1, yeah. Salt 2, water. Okay, so it is the number of atoms. Carbon dioxide. That is pretty obvious. Ammonia. Let me show you it's 4. Ethanol. I forgot. Look at the first line. Maybe represents a number. Yeah, it does. C2H5OH. So 9. Oh my god. I don't care about the table. I want the note. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 9. Pretty sure. Looks like I had to enter a passcode on the keypad to open the box. I can only enter 3 numbers. What? 1, 2, put the number, press E. If you mess up, press C. Let's give it a shot. Wait. Why only 3? I'm confused. I guess, what are the other 3? Hey, who knew? Fake heart. A heart? This thing is super creepy. This ain't good for the heart. I get it. It's the right arm of the body. It's kind of creepy. Really? Oh well. Empty box. There's nothing left inside. I suppose that's everything? Think we should go back? Yeah, I think that's probably best. Clover nodded and left. Junpei was about to follow her when he realized that Seven wasn't following suit. Hey Seven, what's up? Oh, well. He looked up at Junpei distractedly, and then back down at the brown bottle he held cupped in his large hands. What's that? In response, Seven tossed the bottle gently to Junpei. He caught it and twisted it around to read the label. Don't know what it is. Ethylene diamine tartrate? Tartrate? EDT. It's tartaric ethylene diamine. What kind of medicine is that? It's not medicine. I think it's an industrial strength detergent. Why would they have something like that here? Well, probably to clean stuff up. Clean what up? Fuck if I know. Still. Looks like it's cleaned my brain up. Junpei looked up from the bottle. You remember something? Seven nodded, slowly, and spoke. Well, I remember a story about EDT. It happened about 50 years ago. There was this factory somewhere in America making big old EDT crystals. They were making it to sell as industrial strength cleaner, like I told you before, but a year after the factory started up, something strange started happening with the crystals they were building. Water molecules started attaching themselves to the EDT crystals. This made them into a sort of mutation of the original crystals called a hydrate. Once a crystal turns into a hydrate, though, it's useless as a cleaner. The factory had to just dump the crystals as a hydrate. They were useless. But it didn't end there. After that day, the same thing started happening in EDT factories everywhere, even ones nowhere near that first American factory. They'd been making crystals the same way, with the same materials and the same equipment and environment. But now, all of a sudden, every single crystal they formed turned into a hydrate. In fact, ever since that day, no factory anywhere has been able to make a pure EDT crystal. Even in EDT research done years before, they'd never gotten a hydrate. But after it happened at the first factory, it just spread. It was like, man, how do you say it? Like the molecules are communicating with one another? Transmitting information in a way humans couldn't perceive? This phenomenon spread throughout the world, right? Junpei looked up at Seven with half a smirk. Seven stared at him, dumbfounded. Yeah, that's it exactly. But how did you know? I heard another story kinda like that one. When? In the freezer. What? The freezer? Junpei told Seven the story he'd heard from June in the freezer in the kitchen. How one day, glycerin began to crystallize, and the story of ice that wouldn't melt at room temperature. When Junpei was done, Seven looked thoughtful and absent-mindedly rubbed the scar on his chin. Ice that doesn't melt at room temperature, huh? That sounds familiar? Yeah, hold up. I feel like I can remember something. It's right here. Seven squinted. His eyes stared off into space, as if he were trying desperately to focus on something far away. Do you know about Ice 9? You know about Ice 9? Ice 9. Ice 9, Ice 9. Ice, ice, ice. Suddenly, Seven's eyes shot open. That's it! I remember now. That woman. She's on this boat. That woman. Alice. Who's Alice? Come on, the woman who won't melt at room temperature? Huh? It became clear to Seven that Junpei had no idea what he was talking about. He ran his hand across his face and took a deep breath. You know how the Titanic sank on April 15th, 1912, right? Yeah. More than 1,500 people died. Worst maritime accident in history. What about it? Did you hear about the boat that was sent to collect the dead bodies? I think that was on RMS Carpathia, right? It was a cruise liner, just like the Titanic. No. That was a ship that picked up the survivors. The ship that collected the dead bodies was the CS McKay Bennett. The McKay Bennett showed up on April 17th, 2 days after the accident. It set out from Halifax, a port in Canada. And recovered 306 bodies. The Atlantic that far north was really cold. It would have to be for there to be icebergs and stuff. Anyway, the bodies they pulled out of the water were frozen solid. This isn't a very nice story. So what happened next? Well, they say the McKay Bennett recovered something more than just dead bodies. There were various bits of stuff floating around in the water. Things that drowned had carried with them, or stuff dislodged as the ship sank. One of the things they found was a coffin. A coffin? Yeah, a wooden one. The craftsman who made it must have been pretty skilled. It wasn't just a wooden coffin. It was all wood. There were no nails or reinforcements, and there were no gaps in the wood anywhere. It was airtight. The crew got pretty curious about what might be inside and opened it up. They had to get a wedge and hammer. They had to get a wedge and hammer it open. It was so well made. Inside. They found a woman. I guess you should say they found the dead body of a woman. Her hair was thick and black, and her skin was deep and brown and didn't show any signs of age or decomposition. They say she looked gorgeous, like a goddess. She was obviously dead, but everyone who looked at her said she looked just like she was sleeping. Her skin was so lifelike, she looked like she might wake up any minute. She didn't, though. Like the rest of the bodies they found, she was frozen solid. Eventually, the McKay-Bennett finished the search and returned to Halifax. The 306 bodies were unloaded and taken ashore. However, it was warm enough that they began to melt. They said that the stink was horrible. But there was one body that didn't thaw. The girl in the coffin. That's right. Everybody thought for sure that she'd melt and start to rot like the rest of them eventually. But weeks passed and nothing happened. Then a month passed and another, and it was summer and she was still frozen solid. After a while, people started to say she was some sort of miracle. Rumors about the girl started to spread. People came to visit Halifax from all over. After a while, people started to call her All Ice. Alice. Of course, those rumors didn't last long. Why? Well, she haven't disappeared. One day, Alice was there, the next day she wasn't. They say someone snuck into where they were keeping her and stole the body. With the body gone, rumors followed pretty quickly. After a while, no one remembered her. You might be able to find something about her if you could find a newspaper from back then, but that's about it. Wait, you just said that she was on this boat. Yeah, I did. Alice has to be somewhere on this ship. Now why the hell would you say something like that? Because I know. And just what is it that you know? What happened to Alice after she was stolen? Junpei gulped. Alright, tell me. What happened to Alice? Seven nodded slowly and took the look of a man recalling something long buried. Well, around that time, the word was that there was a thriving black market in New York. I mean, I'm sure there still is, but this was special. All millionaires from all over the world. I've heard that Alice went up for auction there. The person who won the auction was Lord Dashiell Gordain. You've heard the name before, right? Sir Gordain. Isn't he the guy who bought the Gigantic, the Titanic sister ship? Yeah, that's him. Although I guess he hadn't done that yet. What do you mean? Gordain bought Alice in 1912, and 4 years later, in 1916, he bought the Gigantic. And he hid Alice somewhere on the Gigantic, but nobody knows where. He died in 1931, and apparently he died without ever telling anyone where Alice was hidden. However what? Well, he did have one close friend who asked him, "Where is Alice?" And he said, "Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the forest of knowledge beneath the navel of the Gigantic." What the hell is that? Some kind of riddle? Your guess is as good as mine. Seven threw his hands up in defeat. So that's it. Whatever you think, I believe it. She's hidden somewhere on the Gigantic. In other words, she's hidden somewhere on this ship. Before Junpei could dispute Seven's rather bizarre claim, they heard Clover's voice from the door. She did not sound pleased. Hey! What are you two doing over there? We're sucking each other off, girl. Get used to it. Stop wasting time and get over here. Okay, we're coming. In each other's mouths. Hey! Seven looked at Junpei. Yeah, so anyway, that's the story. Might be useful someday. Don't forget it. With that cryptic remark, he turned and left the room. Junpei was left behind to ponder what he just heard. Tried to remember what June had told him earlier. That mummy wasn't just a normal mummy. They say that she was frozen. The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way through to when it got put on the Titanic, and even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted. Fascinating. Was that Egyptian priestess Alice? Had the water in her body become Ice 9? No, that's nuts. There's no way somebody like that could exist. Junpei shook his head, trying desperately to clear it, and followed Seven to the operating room where Clover was waiting. And we'll pick this up tomorrow? Yep, alright, bye.